So, yeah, you guys got to see a really hilarious fucking, death there that I hope to God will never happen again. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I am not gonna do it. I am not gonna deal with the thing right now. Which I probably should have actually just gotten to the first bonfire and done the thing in the first place so I could just warp back to Tomb of the Giants. Because the first bonfire that you can get to is the warpable, the warp to and from bonfire. Iron Flesh, very useful pyromancy when you're dealing with boss fights. Because it makes you fucking slow as all shit, but your defense goes way up. Like, I think it doubles or something like that. So let's give him the Ember.
Show me that ember of yours.
I was talking last episode about stuff. I forgot the stuff, because even though I just finished exporting that into an MP3 from Audacity. But anyways, let's talk about new stuff. There's an optional boss in Darkroot Garden called the Moonlight Butterfly. The Moonlight Butterfly is a really fucking easy enemy, and it becomes a rare enemy in one location. And when I say rare, I mean like there's only a couple left, like in there, in the general area. And that is in the Crystal Caves. So, we've already gotten rid of this Titanite demon. I want to put my... where is it? There it is. I want to put that in the first slot. Because, you know, I like how it looks. So, and I also put the Drake Sword there. When I was playing on my cousin's boyfriend's profile, which was, you know, like I said last episode, about level 50 or so, he was in the Darkroot Garden doing the typical, like, you know, starter farming, which is a great idea to do. Like, really good idea to do. But to level up your character pretty easily. New game, you get about 7,000 souls. The one mistake he did do is when he joined the Covenant, he kind of betrayed the Covenant. Now, of course, it's just one of those things. You learn, and that was the Wolf Ring. You learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. You just kind of trial and error. Well, I wouldn't say trial and error, more like just experimenting, I guess you could say. But the Forest Hunter Covenant, like, okay, heads up, in this episode, I do not get the Eastern set, but I think I got it for him. Okay, this is the first time I've ever been in this location, but as you can obviously tell, I had to get the thing to be, disappear, and I haven't even opened this door. So he bought the crest and opened this door, like Crest of Ortorius, which you can get from Andre of Astora, and this is where you can farm really, really easily. But this is also where I change my covenant. When you change the covenant, these guys will become non-hostile, but they will not be. They won't give you any dialogue except for one, which actually appears in the after you join the Covenant and saved and quit or something. So you can see that I bounced it back and stuff like that. And he had to move out of the way so he didn't get hit. I think, hopefully I didn't fuck up by by forgetting to edit the last bit, because I might have had to, because I had to save and quit for some. Oh no, that was for. Never mind. Don't worry. That was for Snuggly the Crow. And which I don't think we do that this episode. I think we just get through to I just do the Moonlight Butterfly, and maybe Sif in this episode. I don't remember. But there are 4 places you can go. Once you, like I said, you can do, but like the New Londo ruins and things like that. I'm going to do the New Londo ruins first. And I forgot about the red tear stone ring, which you'll see me get in an episode or 2. Now, she does not respawn when you go back to the bonfire. Even if you're not part of the Covenant, she will not respawn. Because she dropped unique items. And you can't really farm her for those unique items. Now, Alvina is a giant-ass cat. We met her a long time ago in the DLC, which was only a couple episodes ago, but in this game, it's a long time ago. So here, now the weird thing is, the enemy placement here is a little bit different than when I was farming, helping farm from souls for my, when I was playing at my uncle's place, but so here's Alvina. There are other cats that are wild cats. You will not break your covenant with them. So I broke my covenant with the Sunlight Covenant, which, you know, really, who cares? It's just for me to use that Sunlight Spear spell, and right now I'm not using it.
If mine senses reveal in truth,
I
will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I shall summon others who will proudly receive
shit, what was I gonna say?
But thou must heed, the clan is thine own family. Darest not in any attempt to double.
Fuck, I'm not big on the specifics of each covenant. I think Way of the White is just, here, join the covenant. It's the default covenant you're in, or whatever. So I'll go back to the bonfire, and Shiva the East will appear right outside where Alvina was. Right outside that little stone area. He doesn't become a vendor right away, but as long as you're a member of the same covenant as him, which is the Forest Hunter Covenant, and you go to Blighttown, he will be there, and you can sell some stuff. I don't remember if it was cut or not, because here I don't go down to Blighttown to go check him, but so there he is right there. We're in the eastern set, and using the Murakumo, and another shield.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat.
Okay, if you guys know about Demon Souls, there's this guy. I can't remember his name. I can picture his name. I think it's Suzuki. He's looking for a blade that his father has, that used to own in Shrine of Storms. You can get the sword itself in pure white. I think it's pure white, or maybe pure black. Maybe it's just pure tendencies, or maybe it's just pure white. I don't think it's pure. Maybe it's pure black. Something like that. But anyways, it's called Makoto, and it damages the user when you use it, but can be you lose HP when you use it, or just continuously when you're holding it. But the thing is, so here I'm just gonna be like trying to like get her to do the trying to exhaust all of her dialogue to see if she'll actually say something about Shiva the East. But anyways, so as I was saying about things, I get distracted very easily. There's a stone set. I don't get like I said, I don't get the eastern set in this right yet, but I will eventually, maybe. But over there is where Sif is. We're not going to do that quite yet. We want to defeat everything else. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm so fucking sorry for you guys. Sorry, guys, but my mind wanders a fucking lot. But if we go over here, we're going to fight the 3 wild-ass cats. Oh, we're talking about Makoto and stuff. Makoto can be counteracted by using, like, regen items. Like, items that do regeneration for your character, like the Adjudicator Shield and shit like that. So when you get the sword, and if you're not using, he's like, that sword. He's like, I'm looking for a sword of my father's that was called Makoto, and if you wield it and you talk to him, he'll be like, that sword, that is Makoto. Can give it to me? And that's nice. He's like, give it to me, or something like that. So you can either give it to him or not. Either way, he's gonna turn hostile towards you. I would just say no, and just give him the finger and just kill his ass, so you can keep the Makoto, because it's a pretty good weapon. Now, I think it's cut content. This is a grapple move by the cat. I get caught by it one more time, so you'll see me fail. But I think they said it was cut dialogue and stuff, but Shiva of the East is looking for the Chaos Blade, which is a boss weapon, which you use, I think, using you have to use Quailag's Fury Sword. Quailag, as her sister says. If you use her soul, and I think it's Uchigatana, or maybe it's Murakumo, something like that. Can't quite remember what exactly, but you can either get I think it's just the katana in general. You can either get the Fury Sword, which is much more useful because it's fire damage, way better. Down there is where we can go to get to the basin, which we are not going to do because we've cleared that shit. There was cut. I think it was cut dialogue. I don't know if I haven't done this yet in the episodes I've recorded, but apparently it's like, that's just Chaos Blade. Give it to me. You can either give it. It's along the same lines as Satsuki and the Makoto, but except it's Dark Souls with Shiva of the East and Chaos Blade. Down in Blighttown, because he's been searching for the sword, and that's kind of why he's betrayed the Covenant. He wants to do that shit. I'm going to put all Abyss spells on, all dark stuff. Now, I do have every single spell in Pyromancy and Miracle, everything. And I'm going to put a couple of these on, and then Black Flame. The reason why I meant not the Abyss stuff, but I'm doing a lot of fire stuff, because that shit's very useful with it's Moonlight Butterfly is weak against fire, obviously. And if we put Pursuers on, I do like Pursuers. It's really powerful. But so the Pyromancy Flame on, and if we go over here, which is the long way around to Sif's door, over there is a trap. It's a tiny ass soul with like I think 3 or 4. I'm gonna call them Spriggans. I know they have another. I know that's not their name, but they just remind me of the Spriggans from like the tree things from fucking Skyrim. Except they're ugly and they're male body meshes, I think, or something like that. Here are the stone giants, and you can see that they have the full arch around their helmet, which yours only has a quarter, like just part of it, which is kind of stupid, but I guess it kind of, kind of differentiates you between them, apart from the size. Now, they can drop their great swords and great shields, and that spell he was doing, that would have impeded your movement, as if you had iron flesh, or you had too much to wear, or something like that. Now, this guy can inflict poison on you, but this enemy's like a two-headed lizard thing, and it's very, very rare. There's only like 2 of them in the game, both of them in this area. But here is where we can get the Elite Knight set, which is what I'm currently wearing right now, and I think I'm going to rock that for a little while. Just because. So that was already the second one. There's actually like 2 living trees in this area too. And I have to say that when you, I'm just gotta let you know that getting the Great Sword and Great Shield, not exactly the easiest because it's kind of a rare drop. There it is, right there. And I'll accidentally put the one that I picked up on recently, the helmet, because it'll be like Elite 9 helm plus 10 compared to plus 0. And you can see a little ring around me for a little bit. That's what would have impeded my movement if it had it fully come to fruition. And I'm not going to pick up any of those things that the Spriggan thingies dropped because, you know, they're moss clumps. I don't need them. And I have, and I can't pick them up because, you know, stuff. Now, under the staircase, like right in that bush, there is a summon sign. I totally forgot about it. I think it's in that bush. It might be under the staircase. I might point to it where exactly it was later, or it was later. But it has it'll summon Witch Beatrice, and she'll help you fight, and she's got ranged magic attack, which is kind of useful. So I'm using Chaos Fireball, which is what you get when you, I think when you either buying it from Quelana or well, I only have a couple of uses, so it must be from the Chaos Servant, joining the Chaos Servant for the first time. You can't get it any more than that. If you do, then you're definitely hacking. Like, inventory hacking, at least. This is all magic damage that that the Moonlight Butterfly is inflicting. So what you can do is you just want to roll around. I'm using Black Flame, which I neglected to get before in the DLC. But when the thing lands, you can just swing away, especially if you have like charcoal pine resin or something. Now that is normally your that's normally telling you get the fuck back, it's gonna do something. Now the Moonlight Butterfly thing can either help you make the Crystal Ring Shield, which is a boss shield, which can do it's a small shield that you can parry with, I think. But it can also do a light ring attack, which I think depletes its thing real fast. It's durability. And here's where the Divine Ember is. The first one, Watchtower Basement Key. I don't remember where that goes to at the moment. And Homer Bone. I'll break your shit. And this guy and the other guy had the Dark Ember look a lot like Andrea Vestora. Like, exactly like, same hairdo, like stuff and everything. But, we're gonna go back down, and of course, don't just jump off. No matter how high you are, just don't. I mean, pretty sure you can survive maybe 1 or 2 flights, but no more. Don't be stupid. Or at least I could survive a couple, but not all of them. Definitely not all of them. So now that we defeated the Moonlight Butterfly, we're gonna go fight Sif, and you'll see the alternate cutscene, which I think is done so much better. So it'd be like right around there. And you can also summon her to fight the Four Kings if you summoned her during Moonlight Butterfly. Which I neglect to do on either occasion. But either way, you can get her armor and stuff out in the Valley of the Drakes. But if you see that tree that looks kind of out of place, that's because we gonna cut it. We gonna cut this shit up. That is one of 2 living trees. I don't know if they actually attack you and hurt you, but all I know is that they can be killed. And these guys are unique to this specific area of the Darkroot Garden. They pop out of the lake. If you heard that was me trying to cover up a sneeze so it wasn't so loud. I had a fucking yawn. Right after that. Here's the second tree. Trying to check if that was anything. No. If we come over close, if we go up here, this is where you can get the wolf ring, and you can roll right back down into the main area. But we're not gonna quite do that because there's one more item, and I can just homeward bone it. because, you know, I got a full stack of them, why not? There's a stone giant up here, so watch out for that. Or stone guardian. Not a stone giant, I guess you could say. So the wolf ring helps boosts your poise, which is like kind of like you holding onto your shield. Like I don't know what poise is exactly. Like I don't know exactly what it is, but all I know is that it's goddamn important sometimes, especially when you're fighting against like bosses and things. I think there's another one for some reason. I didn't see him at all, but whatever. Cut him up or make him burn. And we'll come over here and you'll see a couple more of those lizards pop up, which are the rest of the lizards, those lizards in the game. I think there's just, 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, 4. So there's a total of 5 of these guys in game. So they're obviously not as rare as the trees or those lizards or the hydras, but they're still fucking rare because you only find them in one area. Soul of a Proud Knight. And there's nothing over here. And there's obviously nothing down there in the water. So if we warp back to that bonfire, we can go fight Sif. And witness that cutscene. And there's also another... So there are 4 rings that you can get. The Gwyn's 4 knights each have their own ring. The Hornet ring and the Wolf ring are both in Darkroot Garden. We already got the Wolf ring. I think we already got the Leo ring or the Leo ring you get if you kill Super Ornstein, which means you have to kill Smo first. And then Ornstein will...
Don't worry, you'll be hunters with pain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do online, you idiot. Rings. And then the Hornet ring. I think the Hawk ring is behind Giant Smith and Orlando. I think we got that one. And then the last one is actually over here. I mean, depending on how you play it, of course. The last one that I need to get is again, I guess you could say, is the Hornet ring, which I think it improves the speed for backstabs or something like that. It's something to do with assassin-y stuffs. I think it helps with parries as well. It's behind the tombstone, Artorias' tombstone. Now notice that we have 759,000 souls. If you have that amount of souls in your new game, not your new game plus, but your new game, that is a fuck ton of souls in terms of new game plus 0, which is your first run through. That is a lot. Use that on leveling up. Straight up. Just give yourself an assload of stamina, endurance, strength, vitality. Those are the 3 that really are important. Dexterity can help with other things. So right here it starts out as the same. But here... So he's reluctant to fight you, and he knows you're the one who saved him, and you're the one who set Artorias free. But for honors, I think from what I remember from the lore videos, for honor's sake, that he's gonna fight you anyways. And you have to kill Sif. he has the Covenant of Artorias ring, which is required to beat the game. You have in order to traverse the abyss, kind of thing. If you fight him before you do the DLC and save Sif, it will play the regular cutscene, which is him like, grrr, and I'm gonna pick up a sword and attack the crap out of you. Still does the. I think he might do slightly. I think he attacks you a little bit less in the. If you do the alternate cutscene, I think maybe it's very slight for me, but he's leaving. He's not doing too much attacking right now. So I'm gonna use this Astor's Great Sword because if you actually hit his legs enough, I think let's say if you hit one leg enough, because you can see how it's like kind of shaking a little bit and blood's coming out specifically from that leg. He'll start limping when it's been damaged enough and he has low enough health, and he'll kind of trip up a little bit when he's attacking and things like that. He won't be jumping like that, that's for sure. And you'll see it too. I'll get him to low enough health. But I tried fighting this on that other profile from my down in Oregon, and goddamn, Sif kicked my ass, and he did not have the DLC, so he just kind of went and just tried to fuck him up, and he just got fucked over real fast. He hasn't done this, and the thing is, that was the first time he really played. Like, not, I wouldn't say played, but like his first profile, or his first game file, I guess you could say, and he did not get the master key. And like I said, you can still buy it, but master key is really important, especially in the beginning of the game, because as I learned, if you even take the long way to the Valley of the Drakes to try and unlock the shortcut to New Londo Ruins and shit, you can't do it. You have to have the master key. I think Watchtower Basement Key might be I don't know. I have to read the info, which I do not do in this episode, nor the next two. So there we go. We fought the fight. So we get humanity on a homeward bone along with 150,000 souls. So if we go behind here, if you guys saw for a slight bit, and if you saw that weird, look at that big sword right there, that is actually the Great Lord's Great Sword. So we are going to warp back, and here I'm going to change my defaults here. It always starts off in the middle, but I'm going to actually see you guys later.